to the big house, Michigan Stadium. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. It's the Oklahoma Sooners and the Michigan Wolverines. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's check in with our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
Each and every season, this is one of my favorite games because these are the blue bloods of college football. Two of the winningest programs in the history of the sport. Oklahoma got the win last year against Michigan, and now with Kyle Whittingham under the helm, let's see how Oklahoma at Michigan kicks off here today in the Big House. Back to you guys.
Holly, thank you. This ought to be a tremendous matchup. And the Wolverines ready to kick it away first. And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. The Sooners offense will go on the attack first. They sure hope that dynamic connection that was on display last week rears its head and wreaks havoc again today, Jesse.
And last week, it didn't matter what the secondary was doing from a coverage standpoint, David, whether it was man, zone, double covered, ISO. These two were simply unstoppable. Huge challenge for the defense today.
Well, maybe they tried the triple coverage. I mean, because obviously nothing worked a week ago, but I've got to take his main threat away. Obviously a superstar out wide. Like, I've got to make somebody else beat me. Obviously a great QB wide receiver duo. I'm just not letting that wide receiver get me today.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. They'll run out of the gun. Here's Xavier Robinson. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
I am impressed with the physicality we're seeing up front by this offensive line. Playing on the road, they knew they wanted to get the run game established, and they are doing just that. They're not just getting 3-4 yards a pop. They are gashing this defense.
To throw, it's Mateer. Plucks it out of the air. It'll be a gain of 6, sets up 2nd and 4. The Sooners can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Back to pass. That's caught. It's Harris. They make the tackle at the 36, but they're in plus territory now with the 15-yard pickup. And another big play from a Sooner receiver. We've seen that before. Some places you might get grades like C, D, all A-pluses here.
And he grabbed it like a lamb and serving up busted chops like you've seen this offense do so many times in the past.
And the defense making a play, getting a hand on that pass.
This is the matchup everyone was excited to see in this football game, and it doesn't take long to get to it. One of the best receivers in the game, one of the best corners in the game, one-on-one, quarterback taking a shot, and early on, it's the corner who wins, knocking it away for the incompletion. That won't be the last time these two guys go toe-to-toe, but this is where your eyes need to be all game long.
Defense a little too eager, and that's an encroachment penalty, 5 yards for the offense. Defense has to stay out of that neutral zone. It's 2nd and 5. Grabbed behind the line. It's Harris. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Great recognition by the defense on that pass play. They knew exactly who the quarterback was going to, and they got there quick.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Looking to scramble. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38. They'll try to put 3 on the board as the field goal unit comes on. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. And he's got it counted all the way to 55. Never in doubt.
And on this opening drive, the D gave up some yards, but that's okay. They buckled down when they needed to. They forced the field goal, keeping the home crowd still engaged, still excited, and now they get the football.
The Wolverines offense gets to come out for its first possession of the game. Jordan Marshall, more than 250 yards and 3 scores while leading them to victory in their last game. Running inside, it's Marshall. Got enough for the first. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play. Might as well give it to him again. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Looking for a gap. It's Marshall. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
Caught over the middle. It's Marshall. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. The last completion got him 6. Now it's 2nd and 4. The run inside. It's Marshall. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. The Wolverines pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. From the shotgun, the inside give. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks with the first down. This offense needs to avoid getting in its own head, getting domed up with its play calling in the red zone. Got enough space, and he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Michigan!
What a luxury for an offense to have. The ability to set the tone on the ground, giving that guy the football time after time, making offense easy, being physical, and really setting the tone for this football game.
Getting set for the point after. And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. And the capper came on the run to the end zone from the 13. He'll bring it out. It's Thomas. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. A little bit of feeling each other out. They're down 7-3 as they open this drive. Hold and fire complete. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
On defense, man, it helps you a lot when you can be a linebacker or a corner or safety, anybody, and you see the QB throw the football. Now I can break on the football right away and limit gains like right here on this play.
Looking to throw, it's Mateer. Sets up the screen. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
You're not going to fool this guy on the running back screen. They're trying to invite him up the field, rushing the passer, but he saw it too soon. He was able to stop in his tracks, locate the running back, get outside, and make a tackle. That is a very heads-up play that time by the DN.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's cut. And the Sooners will punt this one away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. Really explosive when he gets his hands on the ball, and he found a couple of crevices and made a nice game before being run out of bounds. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Gets down, and like they say, touchdown, first down, or get down, and he got 2 of those on that one.
And this is the frustration in playing man-to-man coverage. All the guys on your defense are chasing their guys. They don't have vision on the quarterback, but he is such a good athlete. He notices it, he takes off, he chews up yards, and makes a big play.
And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for you.
And the defense wrestles him to the ground.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
They've got a 3rd down and manageable from right around midfield. Underwood, under fire. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. And the Wolverines will bring the punt team onto the field. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. And the punt hits ground at the 2 and goes into the end zone. He just missed, hitting them right in the shadow of the goalpost. It'll come out to the 20. To the air, it's Mateer. Grabs it in the middle. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
Get it out on the screen. Plows through the defense. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Big noise in the big house for this huge 3rd down play. From the gun, wants to pass. Buys a little extra time. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the 1st down. They have it at the 36.
And usually when a QB takes off and scrambles, it's because the defense didn't do a great job keeping lane integrity, not keeping him in the pocket, letting him get outside, and then he can do damage. Then it's the next play that you have to play instead of this just the original pass. So defense has got to do a better job keeping that guy in the pocket.
Hauls it in. Stopped at the 47 after a 10-yard gain.
Really nice job threading the needle on that pass. They've had a lot of dudes that were able to do that in Norman, Oklahoma. Josh Heupel, Jason White, Sam Bradford, Baker Mayfield, Kyler Murray, Jalen Hurts. The names go on and on and on. Hurting you in the passing game with their vision, with their accuracy. This guy, I tell you, he fits right in this Oklahoma offense.
And there's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out in the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, I got to get my feet set, make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on, and I think that you saw that led to a little bit of inaccuracy.
He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
The Sooners decide to punt it away. This will be a 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Steps into this one and unleashes a booming punt. My goodness. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. Off to a good start here and back to work now with a 7-3 lead. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Marshall. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Here's Underwood to throw. Gets it out quickly.
And as a quarterback, when you're throwing these slant routes against man coverage, location is so important. You want to put the football in a place that your receiver can catch the ball and continue advancing. So nice job by that QB, putting the football right on the face mask of his wide receiver.
They get him on the ground. The defense knew exactly where they had to stop him, and it's 4th down. And how about this lower intestinal fortitude? 4th and 1 in your own territory, and they're going. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive.
I know there are some people that say, no, in your own territory, you punt the football, you be conservative. No, sir. 4th and 1, I'm hitting the gas. All gas, no brakes. I'm going for this. I prepared for it all week. Night.
Breaks a tackle, and he might go. At the 30. The 10. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Wolverines.
This coaching staff was trying to identify playmakers on offense early this year. How about the start of the season this guy has had? Scored in their first game. He scored early in this one. Defenses up to this point don't have any answers for this guy.
And that kick was perfectly down the middle. From inside the 15, chance for a good return. And he'll be stopped. Return gets it out across the 25, stopped at the 26. The Sooners will get things going on offense as they head onto the field. They might be feeling a little heat here as they've fallen into a 14-3 hole early. Off the play fake on 1st down. Makes the grab on the left. And he's down after the short completion. He did not make it to the 1st down marker.
And frankly, if that's a completion, it's not going to make the end of season highlight reel. But in this game, it could lead to a highlight reel type play. The offensive coordinator may be setting something big up for later in the game.
The Sooners with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Off the play fake. Fires downfield. Working on the right. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 41 after the good gain there. And the Sooners are in the hurry-up.
Well, he's able to make it easy after that catch, and I think his speed is something that just scares DBs to death. When you think about great Oklahoma receivers recently, guys like CeeDee Lamb, Sterling Shepard, Hollywood Brown, DBs gave them so much cushion because they were afraid they were going to get run by, and I think that's how defenses treat this guy too. With his speed and his playmaking ability, he scares you to death, and that cushion helps him out tremendously.
The give on the counter. Got a little grass. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. The Sooners are moving quickly down the field. Back to throw. It's Mateer. Caught near the sidelines. He'll pick up a few before going out of bounds.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. From the red zone, it's Robinson. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line. 1st and goal and a great opportunity to slice into this lead. On the move. And he's in. Pounded his way in for the score. Touchdown, Oklahoma.
And that's what makes this quarterback so dangerous, fellas. He can hurt you throwing the ball, but man, is he ever dangerous and explosive with his feet. You have got to be able to get this guy on the ground. If you don't, he has got way too much wiggle and speed. You saw it right there.
Ready to try the point after. And with the extra point, they cut the lead to 14-10. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. They're off to a really strong start and operating with a 14-10 lead. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. Running inside, it's Marshall. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Throwing, Underwood. He let the thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection. They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. Here's the pressure, and down he goes.
And he was held in check in game 1, but you're not going to hold him in check for long. And right out the gates, getting a sack in the second ball game, that will not be his last sack of the season. This dude is a ball player.
Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 38-yard line. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Finds his big tight end. Just gashing this defense. A big gainer to the 40-yard line. While we're only through one, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat lines. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Trying play action. Got it in the middle, it's Harris. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
Well, and a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
Keeps it on the option. Finding some room. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
This is an offense that can move the sticks in a whole lot of different ways. Now you're seeing it on the option here. Great job by the quarterback. Reading the defense, there's nobody there taking him, so he puts his foot in the ground, he gets upfield, and he's got
some room, headed to the goal line. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there. This defense might be reeling after those last two and now facing 1st and goal. Oh, he'll keep it on the draw. Touchdown Sooners! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
This This is like having an extra running back in your backfield. This quarterback is magic. When he decides to keep the football, he can make people look absolutely silly. He shows you on that play.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. And no chance at a return. Here they'll start this drive at their own 25. The Michigan offense heads out to get this drive started. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to
breaks into the open. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll give it to him again. Here's a little room there.
I love this guy because he brings a physicality to this Michigan offense. Bo Shem back then would have loved this guy. He would have loved to jog a few extra tight ends on the field, get the QB under center, student body right, and give this guy the football. He would have fit in perfectly with his running style. Man, he is hard to bring down.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Underwood. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
That is a tremendous job by the defender on that play because when the ball was thrown, his head was turned around. He was watching the receiver, quickly spun the head, turned his shoulder, located the ball, and then knocked it down.
It'll be 3rd and long. Looking for a man. It's Underwood. Trying to make magic with his feet. Just what they'd hoped for on 3rd down as they've got a first at the 32. The Wolverines come to the line with a new set of downs. The run inside. It's Marshall. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, the running back looking for room. Defense comes up with a stop, but not before he moves the chains and takes it inside the 10 to the 8. And the Wolverines have it in scoring position on Beck's going for the goal line. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. He will not get there as the defense stops him again.
Well, he gets tackled down at the 1-yard line, so offensively, do you feel confident enough on 3rd here trying to hand it off again?
Yeah, and I'm taking both these downs, and I'm coming.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Wolverines.
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. 75 yards on the touchdown drive, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Guys, we'll get another look at this Oklahoma offense. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like 2 heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you've got to find somebody that can make a play to create something. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's Harris. Gets it out to the 22-yard line, and that'll be enough for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw, it's Mateer. Using his feet to buy time. They'll give him 4 on the pickup at 2nd and 6. Second down coming up. It'll be a draw. He breaks a tackle. He'll push his way out to the 30, a pickup of 3.
And those little runs, man, they don't look great in the box score, but I love when an offense stays on schedule, and it makes those third downs more manageable, easier, harder to attack me now from the defensive perspective trying to get to me. So it's an easy, simple play for this offense, but I love it.
Man, what a surge by this defense. I think he's going to be a little bit short of the first down. The Sooners will call on their punt team. He'll try to really get into this one. And the punt hits ground at the 2 and goes into the end zone. He just missed, pinning them right in the shadow of the goalpost. It'll come out to the 20. Let's check in quickly with Holly Rowe.
Guys, here on the Michigan sideline, there is so much energy down here on the sideline. This running back has been on fire. They expected a big performance from him today, and he has delivered, just going over 100 yards already in this game. I expect them to continue to feed him the ball. I'll keep you posted from down here on the sidelines. Guys?
Thanks, Holly.
Yeah, and he runs a quick out route, and this is a timing route. Quarterback has to trust him, throw him the football. You can tell they've thrown this a time or two. Nice job, nice success.
Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Marshall. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. Offense getting set for first down. They're going to ride this running back.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Here's Underwood to throw. Pulls it in. It's Marsh. Stop is made at the 44, but it's a 15-yard gain and a first down.
It is so good for an offense early in the game to get in a rhythm and to start stringing first downs together. It makes the game really easy and puts that defense in a situation where they're starting to get tired. They want to sub. They want to get other guys in the field. Stringing first downs together like this makes it hard to defend.
8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and short. Right back to the well. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. That maize and blue offense is just churning out first down after first down.
Yeah, and it's maize and blue, but they're turning them black and blue. He's just pound away at the ground game. The physical toll, you can tell. They're not ready to meet Michigan's physicality. That better change quick.
Trying to run, it's Marshall. They get him down, but he was driving his way and gets it down to the 7-yard line. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. They'll keep it on the ground. Touchdown, Michigan! And they take it in for 6 more points. He's doubled his touchdown output for the season in this game. 3 of his 6 have come in this one. And the extra point is good, and they have an 11-point lead. Bringing it out. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here comes the Oklahoma offense. They come out now down by 2 possessions, 28-17, and hoping to use this drive to draw closer. They'll start on the ground with Xavier Robinson. He'll be stopped just short of the 20 at the 19, give him 1. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
In football, you hear the term quick, but don't hurt. And you could tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much. Got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate with his pass.
On the run, fires downfield. Another incompletion on 3rd down. And the Sooners will punt it away on 4th down. Here's the return. The coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. There wasn't much need to throw it around on that last drive for the touchdown, Jesse. They got it done running the ball.
And David, I don't think you have to overthink this thing. If they can't stop you running it, why would you stop handing it off? Just keep at it here on this drive.
Well, and if I'm the defense, I'm making some changes. I'm bringing in more big bodies. I'm playing more aggressive towards the line of scrimmage. I am not going to let them have that kind of drive again.
We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. Now on 2nd down. Running inside. It's Marshall. Got enough for the first. Could be an alley. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. First down here for the offense. Oh, he's got some space. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. 9-yard pickup on 1st down, and now they can take a shot on 2nd and short. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
That's a backbreaker if you're the offensive coordinator, because on 1st down, you ran the ball, had a really nice gain. Short yardage situation, you just get completely blown up, and now you're having to probably dial up a throw on 3rd down. You need more consistency from the guys up front.
Now a timeout called by the Sooners. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. 4th down and 1, and they'll go for it. Trying to keep the drive alive. Finds his way down to the 28-yard line. Stopped right there, and that'll be enough for the 1st down. Now the Wolverines call a timeout. It's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. The Wolverines kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. The run inside. It's Marshall. And he runs through 1 tackle and picks up a few. Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on 1st down. It's 2nd and 3. Looking for space. It's Marshall. How about that run as he drives it all the way down to the 13-yard line? Michigan wants to stop the clock. They'll use the timeout. It's their 2nd. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this 1st half. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Throwing, Underwood. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Dropping back, it's Underwood. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left. One more snap coming before halftime. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Marshall. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. They get the timeout called here, and probably just enough time for 1 more snap to put up points before the half. They'd love nothing better than to add a 3-ball here before the break. Kick is good. The offense has 3 points to show for the drive. And they'll trot off to the locker room after the field goal to close the half. Halftime as both teams head into the locker room. We're looking forward to a terrific 2nd half, but before that, let's check in with Kevin Connors.
Fellas, welcome into our EA Sports Studios here in Orlando, the Week 2 edition of our College Football Update Show. Let's start with Texas, taking on the #1 team, the Ohio State Buckeyes. And it's the Longhorns coming away with the victory in one of the highest scoring games we've seen all season. This will push them to 2-0 on the season. And as we check in on these notable matchups this week, we're reminded of just how meaningful every week in college football truly is.
The Sooners will line up to kick off and start the second half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. We check in with Holly Rowe.
Catching up with the Wolverines head coach at the half. They are going to continue to feed their running back. As you know, there are a lot of high expectations on him to start this game, and he has performed a terrific first half. They are going to get the ball here, and let's see if they continue to go to this running back. He has been a difference maker so far. Back to you.
All right, Holly. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Might be calling a hot route. They'll send the back in motion. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. That's caught. It's Marsh. Gets the ball up to the 50-yard line, and it'll be first down. And the Wolverines peeled off a huge chunk of yardage through the air and now back to the line. Running inside. It's Marshall. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
Underwood from the gun on 3rd down. Going to try to get it himself. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
Really nice job by the defense that time. 3rd down, they're expecting pass, but they also know that this quarterback is dangerous when he wants to scramble. And it was almost as if they were expecting that. They were able to get to him, get him down. It now sets up 4th down. And you don't see the defense sprinting out the field just yet, guys. They're not sure. With this guy's scrambling ability, they may try to go for this.
The Wolverines look to keep this drive humming. To the ground. He's got it again. Gain of 8 yards on the play. He's too short of the first down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical. They're trying to stay on the field.
And the Wolverines are facing 3rd and inches. Down to the 25-yard line, and he's got enough for a first down.
And that's got to be so frustrating for this defense, man. He's already over 100 yards. Like, they're going to continue to feature him, especially on 3rd down. And so far, this defense, they can't find the answer. They can't get him to the ground. They've got to find something to slow this dude down.
Long drive continues as the offense keeps working the ball down the field. Tackle is made right at the 20-yard line after a pickup of 4. They've got it in field goal range, but they'll try to convert this 3rd and long from the 20. Quarterback making adjustments. Underwood in the gun on 3rd down. He's got it on the move. And he gets it down to the 4-yard line before he's finally stopped. A terrific run after the catch. The Wolverines line it up with a 1st and goal. Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Have yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his 4th trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And they finished it off with the score from the 4. The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Oklahoma sends the offense out ready to go on the attack. They're looking at a 21-point hole. There's still time to do some work, but there's also no time to waste. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. The Sooners want to move quickly.
And after your defense just went out there and gave up a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not it. They were ready for that. Going to have to create some explosive plays through the passing game.
They've already punted 4 times in this game, and they're about to run the guy out there for a 5th time if they don't pick up the first down here. On 3rd down, here's Robinson. They'll pick up the first down as he gets it out to the 27-yard line.
And that's what this offense needs, man. They need to do this, but they need to put several together. Back-to-back punts on their last 2 possessions. A lot of times that can wear your defense out, right? Playing so many snaps. This offense just keep being focused, executing on 3rd down, putting some drives together. Next thing you know, you'll look up and you'll have points on the score.
Caught behind the line. It's Sategna. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. And the Sooners come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Looking for a man. It's Mateer. Pressure coming. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing.
It's a smart decision by the quarterback, but it's a frustrating one also because you're trailing in this game and you know you've got to hit some of these throws to get back in it. But the defense is doing such a good job in coverage. Nobody's open, so you've got to throw that one away. Smart decision, but it's a tough decision to make.
Well, the timing on that throw and on the route was just convoluted and messed up from the beginning.
And you see quarterbacks and wide receivers in the offseason always working on timing and always...
Here comes the rush, and they've got it wrapped up at the 28. The Sooners will try to pin them back with the punt. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. He'll field the punt. Slips through the line. He'll be guided out of bounds, but not before a nifty return on that one. Let's go down to the sideline and Holly.
Guys, here on the Michigan sideline, there is so much enthusiasm on the sideline right now. This running back has been brilliant today. Over 200 yards rushing, and he continues to run strong. The coaches told us he gets stronger as the game goes on. We'll see how much longer they keep him out there. With a big lead, he has been brilliant so far today. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. Run inside. It's Marshall. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
Underwood throws to the wideout. The sure hands. It's Marsh. Across the 50 and knocked out of bounds at the 48. An explosive play gets this offense working. On the ground, it's Marshall. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. They'll go right back to the run. Breaks the tackle. Picks up the first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. And the Wolverines with the 1st and 10. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Marshall. They make the stop inside the 25, working closer to that red zone, a gain of 6. Line of scrimmage will be the 24. From the gun, the give, looking for room. Might have a chance. Defense comes up with a stop, but not before he moves the chains and takes it inside the 10 to the 8. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan!
Loving what I'm seeing from this offense this week. Talking to them, they felt like last week's win was a lot closer than what it should have been. They didn't play to their full potential, but they did that here in this game. When they're hitting on all cylinders, they are scared.
Well, you could draw a line in the middle, and he would have hit that thing.
Number 22, set to kick this one away.
And he'll bring it back. And the returner is stopped. So here comes the Oklahoma offense. They've punted the last 3 times they've had it, and now really needing to put a score on the board on this possession. Fires to the tight end. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. The Sooners with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Wide receiver going in motion. Here's a give to Robinson. Chain gang on the move. It'll be a first down at the 29.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Here we go. Go. Turning it on. Lowers those pads. The 30. At the 20. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Oklahoma.
And there's more of an art to this than you know. Like, to stick the ball in the belly of the running back and read a defender perfectly. They bite on the running back. QB makes the right read in Palmer. It's nice to have those wheels to go all the way down the field and punch it in for 6.
Yeah, David, this is a coaching staff that wants him to run the football. And sometimes it's going to be designed runs. Sometimes it's going to be scrambles in the passing game. But the RPO is another way that he can hurt your defense with that speed you're talking about. Great decision to keep it. Nice job taking it all the way to the house.
They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Linebackers in today's football, obviously, guys have gotten smaller. They got to play in space more, cover fast guys out on the perimeter. But how about this linebacker coming downhill and making a physical tackle in the hole?
Here's Underwood to throw. Finds his man down the middle. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Punt is on its way. Catch is made at the 15. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he's stopped. They'll start this drive from their own 35-yard line. Using his feet. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
It'll be interesting to watch this offense really down the stretch because they can't really have that balance, especially when they're going backwards. Like, they're down, they've got to put up some points, got to get some stops. I think this offense has to be aggressive, and I think it's going to have to be through the air.
Pulls and fires it complete to the right. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. You can work your way down the field with these wide receiver screens, but also look for the opportunity to turn them into chunk plays later.
No doubt, you throw it quickly. You get it to him now. DB comes up, has to make a tackle. Now you fake it maybe a little bit later on. So these plays, they're not huge plays all the time, but they can set up big plays down the road for your offense.
He's got an open man, and he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28. And the Sooners come to the line on the heels of that big pass play. After 3 periods of play, and these two running backs have gone head-to-head. One more quarter to go, and it looks as They go back to work with the first down in the final period of this one. Now the play fake. Quickly to the tight end. Sweet cut there. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. The Sooners come to the line with a fresh set of downs. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode. And what is that? The defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback. And you've already struggled protecting your guy today and creating those explosive plays. This offense is going to have to buckle up and really protect their guy up front.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Off the bootleg, looking to fire. Good effort, but he's going to come up a little bit short. It'll be 4th down and 1.
And that's a nice sigh of relief for the defense, too, right? There was a broken tackle, and the guy made it look like he was going to pick up the first, but because of great effort defensively, they were able to get the stop, and now they're setting up 4th down.
Makes a grab past the marker, and the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma!
Man, find your weapons. Nice job by the quarterback, finding the running back out of the backfield. He catches it and does the rest. Walks into the end zone for the touchdown.
And he puts through the extra point. They put together a 65-yard drive for the score. And they finish things off with an 8-yard toss for the score. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Let's go down to the sideline and Holly Rowe.
Guys, here on the Michigan sideline, they are so hyped up for their running back. This star has proven that he is somebody who should be in the national conversation. Another stellar performance today, and we're not even done yet. Over 200 yards rushing. His team has the lead, and he has been someone they can lean on and count on every possession. Guys, back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. The offense couldn't get the snap off in time, and it'll cost them. Quarterback empties his backfield. Making side adjustments here. Throwing, Underwood. With the catch, it's Buchanan. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down.
And this offense, you can tell, just still feeling confident. Like, they have the lead. It's the 4th quarter. First down, that's not a running play. That's a passing play. They're really in a rhythm, feeling good about themselves.
And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. They give it to him again. Makes it past the marker. Make the stop at the 40, but he's got 15 yards on that one and a first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. To the air, it's Underwood. Zings it complete to the right. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. After the 4-yard completion on first down, now it's 2nd and 6. Running inside, it's Marshall. Knocked down at the 25-yard line, picked up 10 there, and gets a first down. The Wolverines pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Right back to the well. What powerful running, just driving the pile forward for everything he could get. He'll be just a few inches short. And the Wolverines have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. Give to the back. They get him on the ground, but not before he drives it to the 10-yard line. The analytics nerds will tell you that a 4-yard pickup on first down is a successful play. Let's see what they have on 1st and 10. Bring in the heat. And they got him.
All right, offense has got to be better. You've done a nice job getting the football to this point in the red zone, but now you can't go backwards. You've got to be able to get rid of the football if it's not there, and that was a terrible play giving up the sack.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. The run inside. It's Marshall. There's some room, and he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Wolverines! He scores for the 5th time in this game. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the 4th. And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Got enough for the first. Oh, what a move to get room. Running wide open down the gut of the field. Touchdown Sooners! Once he got a step, it was all over right to the house. Nothing but a vapor trail left behind that guy, and the defense straight to the burn unit.
And, man, that does not feel good. As a defense, you're trying to limit the big plays, keep that guy in front of you. That guy says, wait a minute, I'm way too fast for that. You're going to just need to work on those angles. That's for dang sure.
And it'll to the 25, no attempt at a return. So here comes the Michigan offense. So that last touchdown made it a 2-possession game, but if this offense can do its job, they can put this one away. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Got it in the middle, it's Marsh. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. So now it's 2nd and long. Keeping it on the ground inside, it's Marshall. Defense closed down quickly after a gain of 3. They'll mark it at the 32. Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, the defense finally able to make a play, getting a tackle for loss. They haven't had many of those today because this running back really has answered the bell. They knew coming in they were going to have to give him the football, force feed it to him, and let him go to work. He's done that. Well over 100 yards rushing in this game, and the defense just has not had the answers consistently for him.
Kick is in the air. Hauls it in at the 25. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. Here comes the Sooner offense back onto the field. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire. Tight end finds a soft spot. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
I'll tell you, you cannot count this team out because of who's playing quarterback. When this guy's in the game, it's never over. Yeah, they're trailing here in the 4th quarter, but this dude can put up points quickly.
On the move, he fires. Makes the catch. It's Sategna. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
This defense has really done a good job containing this superstar quarterback. But now it's the big-time moment. In the 4th quarter, you know the ball's going to be in his hands. Got to get to him. Got to ruffle his feathers, hit him a few times, make him feel uncomfortable.
And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown Sooners!
And, man, I don't know what they talked about at the half, man, but this team is rolling, doing an unbelievable job getting the football, putting it in the end zone again. And how about the defense doing their job, Palmer? Momentum is crazy in college football. But here in the second half, they've come out and seized it.
Yeah, this has been a master class in complementary football. Offense doing their job, the defense getting off the field, giving it back to the offense, everything going their way. And you're right. In college football, we see momentum shifts all the time. All of the momentum, all of the good juju right now, clearly on their side.
Surges across the 30, out to the 32, a 6-yard run.
And this guy really has been a workhorse today. He's made plays when his offense needed them the most. He's a guy who's reliable. They know they can turn around, give him the football, and he'll go make things work out.
They've got a first down here. What a start it's been to this season. We've got a great game here. Close ball game, fourth quarter. Couldn't ask for anything more. Running inside. It's Marshall. Got enough for the first. And the defense finally able to corral him at the 45. That will move the chain. The Wolverines will line it up on 1st and 10. Takes the handoff. It's Marshall.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
And the Wolverines back to the line on 1st down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Now a timeout call by the Sooners. That's their first. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. They'll pull him down after a pickup of 5 down to the 23. Timeout, Oklahoma. That's their second. They've got one timeout left now. They'll have to choose wisely as to when to use it. On 3rd and short, they'll ride the running back here. The Sooners call timeout, and that's their last one. And they'll have to navigate the rest of this game without being able to stop the clock. The Wolverines kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Fights off the defender. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. The clock winds down to the 2-minute timeout, and this offense will try to drain away the time and secure the victory. Looks like the offense will just take a knee.
And this situation here on 2nd down is the exact situation this offense wanted to stay out of. You got the lead late in the ball game. You want to get positive yards, keep that clock ticking. Now in a situation, it's interesting. Do they want to throw the football? How much do they trust their quarterback not to make a mistake here late in the football game with the lead?
Offense gets set for 2nd down. Quarterback takes a knee. This offense has gone haywire on these last 2 plays in the red zone. Can they set things right on 3rd and goal? Happy with the situation, the quarterback will take a knee. Guys, if you want to go strictly by the rankings, I guess this was an upset, but to my eyes, we saw 2 really good teams slug it out, and one of them came out on top.
Yeah, 2 really good teams, man. That's a reason why they're both ranked. They're both really good, and I tell you what, getting this win proves something to everyone else now. Like, I was ranked below this squad. You beat a team that's ranked above you. Now you start to climb up the charts, build some momentum. This squad's about to get some more respect, Palmer.
I think good teams find ways to win games, especially in a game like this. 2 ranked opponents, evenly matched. Who's going to be able to make the plays when it matters the most? You got to give this team credit. This is a big win. It's impressive, and now they get to move up the rankings.
This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis saying goodbye, everybody.